The Central Club.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the Central Club. This episode is brought to you by Re-Inspire Printing and the Kinnell Coffee Shop. Bit of a different one for you today. We're at Penrhys Just Play Golf Club, and I'm here to see Liam Williams. We haven't seen him for a good year now. Obviously, since then he's had his Chris Eubank fight, and he's been quite quiet. So let's see what's going on. Stay central. Woo! Ready for this, boy, man? Nice, look at that. That's all. Check it out, son. And that's with the poncho on. It's with the poncho on as well. What you got, Lee? Show me what you got. Yeah, right. The hooded assassin. Nice.
190.
We're gonna have a.
What did you have? 140.
200 fish. Ah, so what's that?
Can't keep them in like 2, 3, 5.
Shit. Straight down the throat, he's got.
Go on, you bastard. Yes!
228.
One more.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to beat me now. Like, wants to make sure.
Hey,
He's trying to get 2 in there.
you have to get him on it.
Yeah.
Because he's terrible.
You should have went first, because we're just going to make you look stupid, Luke.
I don't know about that, bro. I've never played it in my life.
Step back, kid. I'll show you what's dead. I don't even know where that's gone. 190, 200. That's not bad, I suppose. Luca, you want to go? You ready?
I am, yeah.
What do you reckon, Lee?
Getting ready, watch this.
Let me get him round.
This is going to be fun. What is he doing?
It didn't even read, bro. What are you doing? Yo.
Oh, 228 yards.
Wait, it's the same one. Wait there. Maybe it's crashed.
Probably far out.
Unbelievable.
He was over 200 before he landed.
That's it, bro.
Take us through that shot, Lee.
Okay. This is winner takes all. Liam, white or yellow?
Yellow.
I we're not about photos, I'm not about ball. What we calling? What we saying?
Just trying that metal thing in the zone.
What, that little white thing? Do you reckon we could do it with that?
Yeah. I will.
Oh, we'll see.
Fucking piece of shit.
All I gotta do is aim. Take my time. You beat me! Didn't even get off the pitch! Okay,
Good man.
good man. Well in. Joker. Yeah, what's going on, people? So, I'm back here with Liam. Just smashed him in the game of, well, I don't even know what the game's called, actually. I just know it was
You
like...
didn't smash me there, so you don't know what you're talking about.
What?
You don't know what you're talking about. You didn't smash me there.
Yeah. Luke was my witness. We've got it on footage. You'll see I had the longest drive, definitely. Yeah, I'm here with Liam. It's good to see you, bro. How's things?
Good to see you as well, mate. Good to see you boys as always. Just yeah, I've been chilling, mate. Been on holidays. I've been just taking a little bit of time out. I'm probably not going to fight until November, December or something like that, I guess now. So there's been a couple of issues with promoters and managers, and not even managers, promoters really. Just delaying the comeback a little bit, but everything's in hand, and we're going to get back cracking again soon.
Obviously, I've been trying to get hold of you for time. We're trying to get hold of you before the Eubank fight, but obviously, it was a busy time for yourself, and I imagine prepping's really stressful. Looking back, what's your reflection on the Chris Eubank fight?
It wasn't the best performance. I done okay in the fight. I would have won if it was not for the knockdowns. I would have won the fight in terms of rounds won. I had a couple of issues going into that fight, which I told you about earlier, which I don't really want to go too deep into, on camera.
Is that because maybe you just don't want to feel like there's an excuse? That's what it sounds to me like.
Yeah. I done at the end there, lost the fight. Whatever excuses I pull out of the bag, it's not going to change the result. So no one really gives a shit, do they, to be honest. So, but yeah, obviously, the fight didn't go my way. I'm disappointed, but what do? You have to keep pushing forward, and we'll come back stronger and get back to where we need to be.
From the outside perspective, looking in, you had big support here. I didn't make it down to the warm-up session down the Capitol, but you had, a great crowd down there. Yeah. The atmosphere was amazing. From myself, it seemed to me like maybe you was overexcited. That's how I looked at it. Maybe the event got you being in Cardiff.
Yeah, it was a lot of. I had massive support there. It was amazing, to be honest. But I don't really think that's the case. Maybe a little bit over eager, over excited, trying to force the fight to, give the fans what they want, and because they have this view of me as like, Liam the madman kind of type of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's always in a good fight, this and that. I think I maybe did force that a little bit, and obviously kind of backfired on me. But as I said before, it doesn't really matter now, does it? I can say what I want, do what I want, but I lost the fight. I've got that loss on my record, and nothing's going to change that. So all we can do is focusing on just getting better for next time and come back better.
With Chris, you've had some great fighters. Would you put him up there as one of the hardest opponents?
Well, you'd have to, because he beat me, and there's only 3 people that have done that now, two before him. So he's obviously a quality opponent, but I think if I was at my best, I should have really beat him, looking back. But yeah, I don't really want to take the shine off him. He won, he beat me, and fair play to him. I hope he pushes on and wins the world title.
Yeah, you really think he's got the potential to do that then?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think I've got the potential to win a world title, and he beat me, so he must have. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, he's obviously fighting Benn next, which is, in my eyes, a little bit of a mismatch. Not so much a mismatch, but obviously we spoke about earlier. There's weight divisions for a reason, and Benn is 2 weight divisions below Chris, so there's a fair size difference.
So are you kind of leading in the way of saying that Eubank will beat him?
Yeah, I think so. I think, I see a lot of people saying that Benn is going to stop him and this, and I'm like, I don't really know what these people are seeing, which I can't. And you'd like to think that I got a better view than most of these people, because they're not fighting people, So I don't know. That's just my view. Maybe I'm wrong. I kind of hope I'm wrong, because I like to see Benn beat him. I actually like Benn. But yeah, I think Chris could even end up stopping him. I think that size and it's just too much of an advantage.
In your career, you've had great rematches. People like Liam Smith. I don't know if Eubank would ever consider that, but would you ever want to fight him again?
Yeah, of course. I would love to. Anybody who's beat me, I'd always like to fight them again to try and get my own back, and get that win back over them. But whether that will happen or not, I don't really know. I doubt it, if I'm being honest with you, because from Chris's point of view, he knows he's always going to be in a bit of a fight with me, you know. And from his point of view, then what's the point in going back over old ground? If I beat him, because we don't really like each other as well, he's going to give me that opportunity again. When if I'd beat him already, I probably wouldn't give him the opportunity again. So I can't really blame him. Fair play to him. I'd tell me to fuck off as well.
Did you have any words exchanged after the fight? If, was any contact with Chris, or was that it?
No, not a single word exchange, mate. It was just one of them where I said to you earlier, like, even if I'd won the fight, I wouldn't have spoke to him anyway. It's not like I got beaten and I was throwing my toys at the pram or being a bit of a brat, you know. I just didn't want to speak to him. I don't really like the guy, you know. So yeah, it's just one of them. I don't think we'll ever get on.
How easy would it be for someone with a career like yourself? You've had a lot of fights in your professional career. You're 30 now. How easy would it be for someone after the Eubank loss in your home city to give up?
Yeah, you know, I've done all right for myself. You know, I'm not by any means super rich, you know, but I've done well for myself. I've got a few properties and I've got some money in the bank and whatnot. It's like not just really about that, but I'm just explaining, like, I don't really need to. I'm not saying I don't have money to last me forever.
I seem to get the vibe off like Derek Chisora that he's here for the money and he wants the money. Like, some people are still fighting for that paycheck, isn't they? And it seems like.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, we all do. If there's no money involved, then I would never bother to go to the gym and get punched in the face. Basically, what's the point? I go there to graft and to earn myself money and make a better future for me and my kids and my missus or whatever. But yeah, you know, it is about money, but I do like to fight, and I feel like I still got things to prove. I feel like I've got a lot to prove still. So yeah, you know, I don't believe the end is anywhere near. You know, it's not really close at the moment.
Yeah, the end ain't near.
No.
So have you got any people lined up, or do you have to wait for your team? Have you had a regroup with your team?
Yes, it's one of them, mate. We're not looking into anyone at the moment, but it's like anyone really kind of world level, fringe world level. No one even springs to mind, but whoever that may be, who's got a decent ranking, who's, you know, just somebody who can make a big fight, really.
Yeah, like if you was someone who was like probably not well known, would you be reluctant to take that fight? Would you? You want to wait for obviously the right fight?
Yeah, kind of. It's because obviously I've been in some big fights now, and for me to like drop back down and be in a low level fight, a low level opponent, and it's like I wouldn't really be able to get that motivated for it.
Disrespecting yourself in a way.
Yeah, kind of. It's like I just be thinking, why the fuck? What am I doing all this for? You know, it's like I've been there, and then when the day comes where I have to go back to, or not have to, but like if I was to have to go to that lower level again, then that's the day that I hang up my gloves. You know.
Yeah, that's the sign of like.
Yeah, because I've been at the heights, and you know, I'm not going to go right back down. You know, I want to finish thereabouts. Like.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
A couple of months on from your fight, we had Joe Cordina. What a win! What a win!
Fantastic! What a punch at the end of the fight. And I was actually really happy for Joe because me and Joe go back a long way. We've been friends, I reckon, maybe like 18 years or so. Like from maybe like 12 years old, I want to say. Could even be younger, you know. But yeah, we go back a long way. I know his family, his missus, mum, dad, everything, and just so happy for him. He's a really nice guy, and you know, you wouldn't really want it to happen to a better guy.
Yeah, he's fighting Whack-Him-Off, innit? No, his name's
Rack him off.
Whack-Him-Off.
Yeah.
Shag and Whack-Him-Off.
Fuck yeah, but anyway, he's fighting that guy. And but yeah, I think I haven't actually seen the guy, to be honest with you, but Joe is very, very quality operator. You know, he's got all the skills, and he's a very dedicated guy. He's on it with his training and everything. So I think, you know, he'd probably beat this guy, and they probably look to make a unification, maybe. Somebody like
The American one.
yeah.
Not very knowledgeable of your own sport, are you?
No, I am actually very knowledgeable, but I'm not quite with it today. Shakur Stevenson.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they'll try and make a massive fight with somebody like him. Yeah, but exciting. It's, you know, so many big fights there for him, and it'd be good.
We did speak as well on the last podcast we done about, like, we were talking about other boxers, and we had Andrew Selby on. Lee Selby's retired. I haven't heard of Andrew at all. I know he was trying to get back. It's a shame, really, like, but obviously I know he was like with MTK, and since we've interviewed, a lot's gone on, haven't it, really?
Yeah. So MTK is there is no MTK anymore. It's gone. So yeah, I don't really know what's happening with Andrew. I haven't really seen a great deal of him myself. I did see him on Lee Selby's Instagram story or whatever the other day. I don't know. You never know what's happening with Andrew because he's very up and down. He's a bit like, I don't want to be disrespectful towards him because I really like Andrew. We're good friends, but he's unstable.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, but you know he's a very good guy. I like Andrew a lot. I wish him all the best. I'd love to see him be back and fighting again.
Yeah, we definitely wish you all the best, and if you see this, it'd be nice to reach out, because I've tried a few times to reach out, mate, and whatever you're going through, mate, we send our prayers, mate. Let's talk about some of the other boxing events that have happened recently. Usyk and Joshua. Fucking hell, mate. Do you know what? I thought I was very confident Usyk was going to win. I was quite surprised with the anti-Joshua reaction.
Yeah, I thought Usyk was going to win again, which he obviously did. He's just skillful. He moves very well. Joshua's got that like kind of bodybuilder, stiff. Stiffy. Don't get me wrong, he's very good, of course, but
Looks apart.
Yeah, he looks the part, and I wouldn't fancy fighting him myself, to be honest with you. I know obviously different weights, but he's a big guy. He's gonna, you know, he can do some damage, but. Yeah, anyway, he's a lot more stiff than Usyk, and I always thought he was going to get outboxed, but, you know, it is what it is. There's no shame in losing to Usyk. I know that's easy for me and you to say, because when, you know, from Anthony Joshua's point of view, then he's got beat by him. It's upsetting. It's not obviously a nice feeling, but his reaction afterwards is it was a bit shit, to be honest with you, but... You know, he's emotional when he's just lost, you know, and yeah, you have to understand that he is human. We all, you know, throw our toys at the pram every now and again, and it is what it is.
Yeah. So it's kind of justifiable in a way, you know, the frustration. I think maybe just with the way he's been portrayed and branded in the world of boxing, that's why it was so shocking. If it was someone like Tony Bellew 10 years ago, or even you, you kind of expect it.
It would be the normal thing to do for the likes of Bellew or like me, for maybe. Yeah. But yeah, it was just like, because of the way he's been branded, as you said, he's this, you know, role model, and by the way, I don't actually think that's him.
No.
It's
the way he was acting.
No. Do you know the role model?
The role model is not Joshua.
He's the man to look up to, and although I don't know him, I don't know a great deal of him, but I've heard a couple of things that definitely ain't him. Yeah. But you know, we're not here to slag him off. You know, he is what he is outside of the ring. That's up to him. That's his business. But yeah, he's one of them. Mate. People react. People get upset. People get emotional. Yeah.
Well, you could say, you know, we're talking about yourself. Where are you going to go next in the boxing? You've taken the loss with Eubank. Obviously, he's got this great fight with Benn now. Same with Joshua. You know, people are asking, where's he going next? Where do you think he would go?
Mate, the people are saying, where does he go next? He's just lost to probably pound number one. What do you mean where does he go?
Well, does he go? Does he go straight back for another title shot? Does he have to rebuild?
No, he shouldn't. With Anthony Joshua's experience, he shouldn't really have to rebuild. That's like, I lost Chris Eubank last time. That's like saying I need to rebuild.
Yeah,
Not really.
I feel it's similar, the both of you, where you was on that high level as well. It's similar.
It's like I wouldn't want to rebuild. You know, I don't want to go back into a. What are you going to say? Josh is going to go back into a 8-round fight or a 10. You know, just.
Yeah, no, I don't think that deep. I mean, maybe just fight a Chisora, fight a Pulev or something like that. You know, someone who's around there, still mucking around. But
I understand exactly what he's saying. But no, what?
Because I can see the passion you got with like how you need to rebound. There is a lot of similarities in it with you two, so I respect how you wouldn't want to do that again.
Yeah. As I said, it's one of them where, all right, maybe take a little bit less of an opponent, someone kind of fringe world level, then. But in terms of rebuilding, then nah, he's experienced enough. You know, same as myself. I'm not going to go back and fight in a 6-rounder against some journeyman just to rebuild and build my own confidence. Yeah. Like, if you haven't got confidence in yourself, you're not really going to have by beating some tomato can. Do you know what I'm saying?
So would you say then, like, because I don't really know the ins and outs, so is it down to you who you want to fight, or would it be down to the promoters to say, oh, well, no, I think you should do this? Because you can clearly sell out a fight.
Yeah, it's obviously you can choose who you fight in terms of how bad you want them to be, if that makes sense. But obviously I can't just decide that I want to fight Charlo. Do you know what I mean? I want to fight Charlo, I'm going to fight him next. That's not how it works. You can pick in terms of journeyman or, you know, that type of thing, but, you know, these big fights don't just come because you want them, you have to go and earn them. So, yeah, it's one of them, mate. I think there's a lot of options out for Joshua, and I don't know, I'm sure I don't think it'll be too long away now before we find out what's going to happen with him.
Tyson Fury, WWE was here last night. I went. It was funny. I got to see Tyson Fury knock someone out. I don't know if it was real or not, but
I hate wrestling, me.
Would you never go into wrestling if like, Triple H asked you?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, of course you.
It's a big thing, innit? But in terms of, do you know, you see some people sat there watching it like, I'm fucking...
I swear to God, sorry, yeah, right, we were there, and me and Carl were standing up going, this is awesome, and we were looking, we were like, bro, we're like middle-aged men, there's 70,000 people going, ow, to two people slapping each other.
Childish as fuck. Absolutely pathetic. Nah, I just think like, I can't watch them, just like, it's just so fake, it's so stupid.
Did you watch it when you was a kid?
Nah. Never. I just think it's so childish.
There's no selling it to you, is there? If you didn't watch the Attitude Era, there's no point even trying to sell you this era.
It's childish. I hate it. You were a childish bastard.
Oh, mate. What about obviously Logan Paul, Jake Paul? These YouTuber fights just seem to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, they do. That.
Yeah, KSI.
Yeah. It's mad, like, because again, we spoke earlier, and it's like they kind of belittle what us pros do, because like I've boxed for 21 years now, since I was 9. I'm 30 now, so it's like we've been grafting all these years, and then they just show up and sell out an arena. Pay-per-view, earning mad money, like, it's kind of belittling what we do. It pisses me off, you know. But on the other hand, fair play to them, because they are smashing, and you know, it's good for them. I would, if I were them, I would do too.
Yeah.
Just being honest, I would, yeah.
Yeah, but you think, like, you know, when they say like, it's like Jake Paul, like, fight a real boxer. Like, I bet you'd be like, I wish I was that real boxer. But then it gets cheeky when you see someone like Logan Paul, who's not just going for any boxer, he's going for Floyd Mayweather, like, and he's like, it's like,
It's mad you can't get your head around it, and you it's like, how does Mayweather even, how does he even entertain it?
Yeah.
It's like, but then again, he's a businessman, he knows he's not stupid either. Yeah, he knows how to make money himself, doesn't he? So
it's like I was saying, in it's like in the music scene, if you had a rapper, in Cardiff in Wales, you've got some like MCs who are doing really well. They've been working at it for years. They're actually going through the scene now. And you get someone like Andrew Biggie Morris, who's a comedian, and because he does a rap song, he's not good at it, but that'll just blow up just as much as these people who have been trying to do it for the last 10, 15 years.
yeah, 100%. He gets some mad views, doesn't he? He's but I like Biggie, yeah, but like, without being disrespectful to him, a lot of the people are watching, and not because they think the rap is good, because they think this guy is just fucking crazy, and they're just laughing at him, but fair play to him.
Yeah. He's from your way, isn't he?
Yeah, he used to live, I reckon, about 10 doors down from me, in the next block. So
What a mad area these two are from.
yeah, I know, and that's just small. That's just two people who you're talking about. So.
Yeah. Any funny stories of Biggie?
Yeah, there's probably so many. But I got one which sticks out in mind. Me and my mate Di was, I think it was me and Di. We was walking on the lake one day, and we see this little kid at the time, but obviously Biggie. We knew him, but obviously at a distance. He said, "Fuck me, that kid's in the lake there." And he shouted, I'm drowning, like, waving his hand and stuff. And so me and Di run, clean clothes on, tidy clothes on and whatnot, run straight to the lake to help him, thinking he was going to fucking drown. And as soon as we got about a metre away from him, he jumps out and he says, I'm only joking. I said, you fucking little prick. I hated him for hours and hours. I wanted to kill him. Fucking pissed me off. Yeah, soaking wet shoes, socks.
You had a camera in a tree somewhere, probably.
He's mad, mate. He is a proper, hell of a, why have I gone blank? What the fuck is the word? Character, yeah. Could not think of that word then.
Is there any fight is there anyone you wanna fight before, in the next couple of years, really? Before you do hang your gloves up?
Yeah, no one in particular, really. Just the big names. Charlo, maybe. Charlo's good. Mungia, he's a good name. He's unbeaten he's had a lot of fights. I think he's had like 40-ish fights. Obviously got Andrade. I've boxed him already, but still any of them guys. Golovkin, he's there. He's fighting the Canelo in maybe like 3 weeks, something, I think. 2-3 weeks. So yeah, and any of them guys really, it's like
Someone's just like fucking took their head off over the golf range.
So none of them. There's 5-year-old kids there, and they're all better than them there. I can see them. They're actually hitting the ball. Fucking hell.
Predictions then on the Eubank Benn fight.
I think Eubank late stoppage.
Interesting. Well, Lee, do you know what? It's been a pleasure seeing you, mate. You've just been living life then at the moment, then, have you? Just relax. You seem so calm.
I've just been chilling, mate. I've been on about 5 holidays this year, and I'm going again in 2 weeks.
I know you took off the other day.
Yeah, because I was supposed to fight. There was a possibility I could have fought on the Eubank Benn card, but there's a couple of issues going on, as I spoke about earlier, which have it's made a bit of a delay in that. So I knew I weren't going to fight, and then I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go away, and I booked, and I went 2 days later. So we're going to go on this we're going to Turkey for 2 weeks, in 2 weeks. So after I'm training anyway. I'm training every day, So after that, we'll really get cracking, knuckle down, and get another fight before the end of the year, definitely.
Good. Well, it's good to see as well. I remember the last time I seen you when I come up the gaff. Baby was just born. He's looking more and more like you every day. Proud dad, ain't you, mate?
Yeah, mate. There's no better feeling, you know, watching him grow up, and obviously my little girl as well, watching them grow and watching them, you know, doing their first and learning new things, and it's proud. Like it's a nice feeling. So my little boy is flying along now. He's gonna be a little terror. And yeah, he's definitely. You can see it coming through already. He's like, I think he's gonna be me as a kid. Payback for what I was like. I think I'm gonna experience it all with him now. My man told me how bad I was, and I'd show up to fuck. He don't end up the same way.
Oh, listen, mate. Honestly, it's been a pleasure, man. Honestly, yeah. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. If you like this and you like Liam's skills at golfing, if you want to see him do any other sports, let me know. We'll get him up again. Yeah, take care. Stay central.
Stay central.
The Central Club.